Last night I was reading one of my all-time favorite works of literature, is The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And what reading that through made me realize was that we all believe, regardless of what society we come from, whether a largely more moralistic society or a largely more relativistic society like ours, we all believe in sin. We don't necessarily call it sin all the time, but we still believe in it. And our natural response to that sin is to try and distance ourselves from it. The natural response is to take the root of Dr. Jekyll and to try and pen that on a certain concocted identity, a certain identity that we invent ourselves. And the problem with this natural response is that that identity is ultimately concocted, is ultimately an identity that we invent of our own selves. There's nothing objective that believes in it. And ultimately, that sin is still penned on us. In the epistle reading this morning, we read from the epistle of St. John. And what St. John says has really struck me. St. John says that when we are made new by Jesus, we are called sons of God. In being called sons of God, we are no longer children of sin. It is that complete change of identity that we need. Something objective and outside of ourselves, not something concocted, something penned on ourselves by the creator of all identity himself, God, three in one, through the Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit. What's more is that the Epistle of St. John tells us that when we sin, and indeed we will sin, when we sin, we have an advocate for us, pleading for our sakes, Jesus Christ the righteous. He is Jehovah, our righteousness, God, our righteousness. And that our actions, which are contrary to that nature, that new self that we've inherited, our actions are pleaded against for the sake of our new identity in heaven before the throne of the Father himself. And I just wanted to give this to you, my friends. I know my audience is mixed, and some of you may not believe in Jesus necessarily or believe in God, but I would like to give this to you and just with this simple thought that perhaps, maybe it is indeed true what we say, that this is the best news ever. We aren't just exaggerating. That if this news is true, makes everything come to life in your world. And with that thought, I hope you all have a lovely and wonderful Sunday. Blessings.